Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire, and I want to talk about why some people don't believe in God. So, this is an honest message. This is a message where I'm gonna basically go into the mindset of different people and why they don't believe in God. So, who should I start off with? Let me start off with black people. Like, why so many black people don't even follow God, that they don't believe in God? Because you gotta understand some of these black people, right? Some of these black people, um, they basically grow up in a very, some of them grow up in a hard environment. You know what I'm saying? Some of our people, they grow up in a bad environment. Some of our people, they grow up in the hood. Some of our people grow up in violence. Some of our people, like, it's like they almost feel like God is distant from them. You know what I'm saying? To some black people, they feel like the pain is realer than God in their life. The suffering is realer than God in their life. The violence is closer to their life than God. You know what I'm saying? To some people, the violence is closer to their mind than God, and to some people, the violence is closer to their heart than God. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of our black people, they will never really believe in God. Is because they feel as though God really abandoned them. You feel me? God left them in the hood to struggle and to suffer. God left them in violence to suffer. You got black people in America, you got black people in Africa, and then you got poor black people. You got black people who grow up in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? Like, they starving, you know what I'm saying? They parents trying to find some food to eat and this and that. And to some of them, like, the pain and the hunger feels more real than God. It feels realer than God. You see what I'm saying? Like, the suffering feels realer than God to them in their eyes. The suffering feels realer than God. The food stamps feels realer than God. The suffering, not having enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, whatever conditions they have to survive to make it out here. You know what I'm saying? The survival feels closer to them than God. You know what I'm saying? The poverty feels realer to them than God. It feel like God is distant. It feel like God is somebody they never really encountered, somebody they never really met. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these, you got black people be walking down the street. They ain't seen God. They ain't heard God. You know what I'm saying? And that's how some of them feel. I'm just relating to different mindsets of different people. You know what I'm saying? I started off with my own kind. I started off with black people. But you could move on to all type of other people. I'ma just categorize everybody else as one. All the other races, I'ma just put them together because I just had to give that example. Wait, hold on, I ain't even done though. With our black people, basically, you got a lot of black people who could feel as though God abandoned them in slavery. You see what I'm saying? God abandoned them in all types of situations and all types of suffering. And they feel like as though God really let them keep suffering forever. You see what I'm saying? Are they wrong for feeling like God let them suffer? Hell no, they not even wrong, bro. They not wrong, man. Now a Christian would tell you, yeah, you ain't supposed to question God. Oh my gosh, you are questioning God. What is this? That's blasphemy. You're questioning God. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? These Christians, they don't make sense though. But when you step back into reality, people feel all types of ways about God. You see what I'm saying? Some people feel like, okay, then you got other races of people. You got some white people who never follow Jesus and believe in God, is because they be like, okay, why God let somebody I'm close to die? You know what I'm saying? God let this person I'm close to die and this and that. God ain't never really showed up in my life and helped me. You know what I'm saying? God ain't never paid my bills. God ain't never really... You got people out there feel God ain't never done nothing for them. Now that's a crazy one right there. Some people feel like God never done nothing for them. And the reason why that's crazy is because it's God who's waking you up every morning. It's God who's giving you the voice to even say that. You know what I'm saying? It's God who really gave you your legs and your arms, created life within you. It's God who did all that. But some people feel like God ain't really done nothing for them, you know. And that's a crazy one right there. I'm gonna keep it real. But on the other side of the people who been through so many traumatizing things and been suffering and this and that, they feel like God abandoned them. They have every right to those are a little different. Those have a right to feel like that because God do allow a lot of crazy things to happen. God been allowing crazy things to happen since Genesis, bro. Since the beginning, God been allowing all types of crazy stuff to happen. So when people feel as though God abandoned them or God allowed them to suffer and this and that, oh yeah, they have every right to feel like that. They not wrong for feeling like that. You see what I'm saying? There's all types of other people who don't believe in God. Oh, you got people in the slums, man. People, poverty, people suffering, families sharing like small rooms in houses. You know, families going through all type of trauma. You see what I'm saying? And they could feel as though they don't want to believe in God because God allowed them to be in the slums, to struggle and to be in poverty. And their father was abusive. Some people grew up in abusive homes, narcissistic family. They be like, man, why would God leave me in some stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? So that's why some people don't believe in God is because of the things they've been through, the things they've seen. People seen all type of things. But I guess I just want to say that God, this is how I'm going to say this, right? You're not wrong for feeling like God did all these, you know what I'm saying? God allowed all type of crazy stuff to happen in your life. You're really not wrong for that, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just keep it real with God, really. You know, that's really all you got. That's really all you got to do, really. And when you really think about it, man, Jesus went through the most. You know what I'm saying? Jesus went through a lot. So if going through things means that God is not real, then Jesus could have been like, okay, God is not real because I'm going through so much. Jesus went through the most. So if going through things means that God is not real, if that's how you perceive it, then Jesus could have been like, okay, cool. God is not real. I'm going through so much. You see what I'm saying? If going through stuff means God is not real, then all the people in the Bible could have been like, okay, God is not real. Moses could have been like, oh, God is not real. I'm going through it. Daniel could have been like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through stuff. God not real. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to relate to certain people, you know. If being born in like a toxic, negative environment means that God is not real, then all the people who made it out the hood and followed Jesus could have been like, okay, cool. God is not real then. You know what I'm saying? If going through stuff and if negative stuff happening meant that God is not real, then I've been through negative stuff myself. I use my life as an example. I've been homeless before, you know what I'm saying? Walking under bridges, sleeping at all these stores and stuff. Like, bro, I've been through all type of stuff, bro. In this journey with God, man, I've been through it, man. I've been like lied on, you know what I'm saying? People lying on me, betrayal, man. So many fake friends, so many friends that I had to, bro, I cut off so many people. So many people I had to cut off. All types of attacks from the devil, all types of decisions, you know what I'm saying? I might have made decisions that back then, you know what I'm saying, when I first came into the kingdom, I might have made decisions that could have made my life difficult, you know. So yeah, man, but I still believe in God, man. And I encourage you, man, like, don't be letting like your pain and your trauma and all this stuff stop you from following and believing in God, because trust me, matter of fact, when you really try to follow God and believe in God, that's when you go through the most. All these people ain't following God. All these people following the world. man, they ain't really going through as much as when you follow God. When you follow God and you take a stand for the truth, that's when you're going through the most. You see what I'm saying? That's when you're going through the most. Now, is God unfair? Yeah. God could be very unfair, you know what I'm saying? And Tiario actually made a message about that. But you just gotta be honest with God and talk to God. You know what I'm saying? Talk to God from your heart. Because a lot of people, God do things and they don't say nothing. And when God do all these things in their life, all these things that they feel is unfair and they don't talk to God about it, well, you ain't talk to God about it. If you feel as though God is doing something unfair in your life, you're supposed to talk to him. You're supposed to be like, hey, man, look, God, you know what I'm saying? I love you, but like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you talk to him. You have a genuine conversation and on it. But people, man, like, they don't really be talking to God for real. They ain't really say nothing. And when they don't say nothing, and God could start doing all type of wild stuff. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, you're supposed to keep it real with God. You're supposed to be honest with God. But those are just a lot of reasons why, different people don't believe in God. And, I just gave my opinion about it. And I just encouraged y'all at the end of the message. So that's basically all I wanted to say, man. Peace.